Alrighty then, mic check. We are back again. Tonight is going to be a quick training, but it's going to be very, very powerful. We are going to be explaining one of our awesome timing tools, and timing is everything. They say that a lot about a lot of things in life, and it is very, very true. Again, if this is your first time with us, you might have been missing out. My name is Vinny, Emini, and I like to do trading. We're going to be talking about ALGOBOX and how it can help you to improve your trading, how, when, and where. And of course, if you are not following us over here on our social media, here on Instagram is where the most fun is happening. And of course, you want to learn how we earn right here on our Discord channel, and it is free to join, free to use. Just come and have a chat here with us. My goal is to get you to be a profitable trader. Now, speaking of not profitable traders, you have ICT, the ICT fraud network. Now, you might have heard a lot about ICT out there because they are the largest fraud in the Forex industry. The guy is a complete Forex scam artist, and we are still waiting on him to come up with yet another one of his fake things he said before. Is Vinny willing to escrow $3 million in a live bank account proof of funds and another man matches in an escrow as a sign of being scared of a competition? Mikey, we are still waiting for you. We have continuously told you to get with us. He will not pick up the calls. He will not respond to emails. He has made this claim. I have offered to put in my $3 million against it because we would like to give this $3 million to a charity. So anybody can get a hold of ICT and ask him why on God's green earth he's trying to ignore that he's posted this out here. We are waiting still for that $3 million escrow so that we can give it to charity when we beat him in this competition, which we're already doing because he won't go into the Robins with us because he's blown his account 3 times and we've already proven it. Now you might be asking yourself, well, who's this beautiful faced gentleman right here? Well, this is one of ICT crew member kind of guys, and you know, young and dumb, and let's just go into it. He does have a few things to say though, because I've said this before. What's the deal with ICT? How, like, why is he so big if he's such a fraud? Well, this is the most dangerous thing, is to mix truth with fiction. Again, if somebody's 100% false, I mean, you just, like, you can just see it. But when you mix truth with fiction, this is where it becomes very dangerous. And I'm going to show you guys how this works, and then how what he's teaching here tonight applies into our SMLK timing lines, which is directly into a Wyckoff theory. If you guys understand Wyckoff theory, we're going to talk about a little bit of that here tonight. If you've studied Wyckoff in the past, you're going to kind of understand a little bit of how our timing works, although we combine Wyckoff with Darvis with Dow theory. This is where we combine things to make them more powerful and in proprietary ways, but I think you guys will get a good picture. Even an ICT student who has been taught this Wyckoff stuff, even though ICT claims it's something else, it's Wyckoff, okay? This gentleman at least is upfront about it, and he's teaching it, and he's a well-spoken person, and I appreciate that about him. So I'm going to let him speak here for a moment on this topic, and then show you guys how ALGOBOX takes it to the next level in showing you how to time it on your charts without having to do all of the efforts. Let's roll it.
Back into my channel, Aqualin's Bullish. Today we're going to go ahead and start a new playlist, and it's actually going to be the confirmation checklist playlist, right? These are going to be the exact confirmations that I use instead of my trading strategy.
I will link to him down in the description down below. His name is Colton Live Bullish. Okay, you guys can go and follow him if you like. Again, I'm going to show you guys why, you know, he's going to show you guys a very complex way. You know, he's trying to come out here and he's going to show you guys, you know, standard Wyckoff drawings and a lot of this. But if you guys have seen this before, yeah, there's some validity to this. I'm not trying to say that it's not valid. What I'm going to show you guys is how a system like ours can take advantage of these phases. Okay, you notice these lines? Anybody who's been in my system before will start to recognize them. These are they're not evenly spaced. Now, nor are ours. You guys will notice we have crossover points and timing, which again is why our system is even more powerful than that. But can our system time a Wyckoff move? Yes. Now, the problem with Wyckoff theory is that everybody thinks that, well, then every move must adhere to this theory, and it doesn't. Okay, and that's why you need an adaptable system like ours that literally is adjusting to current market conditions every 4 minutes. Every 4 minutes, our system is adapting on the fly, and at the beginning of the week and mid-weeks, we are optimizing our system based on what we've put into the room on that grid that we send into you guys that you put in on Monday. And if the market gets really crazy, like on FOMC day, we will put out another one if in the middle of the week we need to adapt to the current market conditions. I won't get into that here tonight, but I do want to tap into understanding that this doesn't work all the time. That is why you can't just rely on something like, oh, that's it, cool, I'm ready to go trade now. That's the problem. You've got to be wiser than that. And it's not even really wise because of a person, if you've been taught something and you expect that this is what the answer is, the problem is there's a lot of people giving answers, but they're not giving of what happens when the answer that they're giving is not applicable. So that's what we do and why our system is better, why we literally have won 4 trading competitions, why our members can match the results of the actual mentor and guru, why our system is so consistent is because we just do more. Anyway, let's get into it. So he's playing through, showing this. I'm not gonna play all of his stuff, and I'm not, you know, wanting to get a copyright strike from, you know, him, and I hope he doesn't do that to me, because I will fight him on it, because this is fair use type of thing of what he's showing here. But I'm just using him as an example, and again, I'm giving him mad props on what he's doing here. So he's talking about the various phases. Now they call them phase A, B, C, and D, whereas what do we call them? We call them S, M, L, and K. Small, medium, large, and king size. This is where we get the big fries from the Big Daddy Mickey D's, right? And we're looking for that crossover timing right here. Now, how do we color ours? Very simple. Over here on the far left, it's red, because I'm like, when it's red, you're dead. Be careful working off of that first, as they call it in Wyckoff, phase A. Very difficult, and you're gonna need a perfect setup in here if we're gonna play something here. And small, what am I looking for? On a small in phase A, I am looking for a small, basically target one only, and sometimes even less than a target one, but it's got to be absolutely perfect. Maybe a headshot in here, and we might be hitting target one. Got it? On medium, like maybe target two, but probably not. Maybe target one plus a couple of ticks, maybe, right? Large and king, this is where we really start to make our money. Now let's talk about our colorings, okay? So our lines are going to be, middle line is going to be green. If you see a blue, whoops, Control Z, I'm gonna do shift here, nice little straight line here. Blue, and our final one is pink for the king, okay? So these are our color codings inside of our system. If you've been wondering, hey, what are those vertical lines? Now, not these over here on the left. This is not what we're talking about. These are the MAC V verticals for our bias direction on any given trade, but this is our timing lines. They look like this. So if you are trying to be like, okay, what are we looking at? Those four lines, when you see those, that's what we're talking about. Now, these can also cross over each other. These are things that he's not talking about. This is the stuff that Wyckoff leaves out, okay? And again, he does a good job. I'm gonna go ahead and play him here, let him explain what he's showing, and then I'm gonna show you guys how much easier it is to use ALGOBOX. Ready to go.
Through phase B, we're pretty much gonna consolidate and create those pools of money, right?
Hold on, he's gonna wait. A little bit too fast for you guys. Let me slow that on down here and crank him up. There we go.
I'm gonna go ahead and make that blue, send it to the back, right, with a little money symbol on it. Same thing to the downside right here. What we're doing is pretty much creating those pools of buyers, right? Think about retailers, right? They're buying support and they're selling resistance. So we just understand that they're in the market too early. We like to execute.
I always love it how these kids are like, you know, then the retailers, because I'm institutional. And his, yeah, okay, bro. It always cracks me up a little bit. I mean, look, like, don't get ahead of yourself, bro. We're all retail here, okay? Nobody's here trading institutional. If you ain't got a HFT and you're not moving the markets, you're not institutional. But it's always funny to me that you guys are, oh yeah, we're running institutional level stuff. No, you're not, bro.
On the market anywhere between phase C and phase D. So after this accumulation happens, what you're normally going to see
so
is
what he's talking about there, he's saying look for your play to happen in phase C and phase D. This is actually correct in a Wyckoff theory thing, which is what do? We are looking for these on the larger king. So large if it's blue, or it's P for pink, right? Does this fall right into? I'm kind of giving some background explanation on where our system comes from. It's not just stuff that we're just making up. Now, if you combine factors like Darvis boxes, some of the stuff that people don't know about our system for things that we combine, okay, we are using Darvis plus Dow plus Wyckoff. Okay, and everybody spells that different. I hope I spelled that properly. I'm pretty sure it's proper spelling, but I've seen it spelled so many different ways. Sometimes I get mixed up. But this is the power of our SMLK system. This is in ALGOBOX. You'll see us refer to it SMLK, small, medium, large, king timing, and it comes from all these combined, and this is the ALGOBOX SMLK. But yeah, again, you guys hear from your ICT fanboys, like they're like, yeah, here's the ideal, we want to do this. Well, we actually put this stuff into action.
Number one, you can have that drive down below this pool of money, right? And that's what you see right here. I have the spring, I have the candle pointed out.
Okay, now what he's shown here is stuff like this. This is our trap move, right? We talk about our traps, we're looking for the trap. After the trap, then we're looking for a play, right? In the case with us, we would see this as a J-hook play right there afterwards, and our phase D move up. But of course for us, we just care about, like, look, we get a setup. I don't just want the J-hook, right? What are we playing off of the J-hook? Then I also want to get a dot in here, right? I want to get, we'll have a down move and a double leg move into a zone. We'll take a pop right there. Hopefully we also get a cross popping in there in that final phase, and we're looking for that move, right? So anyhow, I just want to point that out. If people are wondering, you know, where do we get our stuff from? Does it work? How does it work? You know, what does it come from? Where are the theories coming from? You guys can go. I'll put his video down, the link down in the description. Again, I don't want to play out the whole thing, but he's basically explaining the big picture theory on Wyckoff. Again, a lot of people put this out there. I'm using ICT because, again, we are trying to help people who are in ICT to wake up and stop following the fraud. So let's go over to our charts. How does this look? What do we do with this stuff? And let's see, you know, how accurate these timing lines, you know, really are in real time. Okay, so let's do a couple things here. I'm going to let's do a new chart. I'm going to go over here and right click. I'm going to let's do a plus, and let's do an ES, and let's see if we got nothing on it. That's gonna go back 3 days. I don't want that much data. Let's go back and we're going to do 500 bars. All right. And oof, I gotta take off that background stuff. Let's do this. Let me apply a template. Sorry folks, hold on. Close this one. Let's try this. New tab. Alright, I'm just going to remove all the ones we don't want instead. Thought it would be easier to do it the other way, but it's not. Okay, SMLK, we want to leave that one. I'm going to leave the J-hooks too, so you guys can see some of that. Let's pull out our... pull out the dots. Pull the dots for now. Even the crosses, move it from here. This will be helpful still. And let's pull out the OHLC as well. So, yeah, even the harmonics. No, let's clear it up. Let's clear it all the way. We're going to show you just timings. If you were to take just timing lines alone, let's see what kind of setups we get here. Okay, and now I want to put these, I'm going to put these on all the way back. So we're going to go to our indicators and I'm going to increase it. So guys, if you want to do this on your own to do backtesting, you will need to push this back farther because we have it defaulted for, you have to set this to infinite. And as far as number of drawings, so we've got it limited to 5 right now. So I'm going to do 500 just to get crazy. All right, so if we scroll all the way back, you can go back and backtest this as far as you want. Let's go back to, this is ES after hours. And let's put this on a little bit higher time frame here. Let's go to a 3s. Alright, and let's add some more bars. 1,000, let's do 3,000. Alright, now we're gonna go pretty far back. Okay, so just starting with part 1. If you were to do nothing but timing, is timing important? This is our main thing we're gonna talk about, and I'm gonna show a couple things. Alright, so let's zoom to right about this level. You guys can see that pink line pretty good right there, right? So that is gonna be king timing pivot, okay? Now, do you notice this hitting just about perfectly right there? Okay, remember, this is our large. Let's do it in the colors. Proper, large, see, pink, king. You see how the biggest move came off of what timing? King timing. Large, did it accurately pick that move right there? Yes, it did. You see how this is the end of a section and then boom, we go? Think that's coincidence? I don't think so. Let's see, how about this one in here? Let's say we just had king timing. Do you see the big move? Do you like that? Go to the next one. Now, how about this one? This is a crossover. Does it work perfectly every time? No. Did we get a little turn there though? Yes. So if I stop out on that little thing, am I sweating that? No, probably not. Then we go into another king timing. So again, we don't have all of our tools turned on, but let's say that after that king timing, we had let's say that we have a double dot here. Looks like a double dot green. If I'm drawing this by hand, I see a double dot move there. Can you see that? And then can you see this one right here? So this is probably a double dot move after a king timing. Do I want to take that? Yeah. Now I have my delta turned off right now, but imagine I also had delta down here. It'd be pretty cool, huh? Let's try that real quick. Hopefully it doesn't crash on me. Let's try it. I'll just pause the video if it hangs on us. Let's see if we got some delta down there with us too.
Delta by building.
So double king timing, do you see the move? Oh, and look at that delta. Do you see that? Would we take that play right there? Yes, what's that called? That's a delta king. So if you have not been paying attention, you don't know what this is, that is a delta king play. Very, very easy to play. Boom, pow. How many ticks is that? You're like, well, how many ticks, Vinny? I don't know if that doesn't look like a very big move. Well, let's look. Let's see if we were to measure that. So I'm gonna do F6 right here and F6 up here. So we've got our 4410 up to 4420, so that's 10 handles times 4. That is 40 ticks. 40 ticks. Here's my calculator. 40 ticks times. So that's $500. Wait, you need that, right? Yeah, is that a single contract? Oh yeah, single contract. So then we start adding it up. Right, gets pretty quick. Not too bad. So that's a $500 play right there. Just from timing. Now it's a king time. That's delta king timing. So let's keep on going though. Right, let's go. So that one didn't play. Right, no big deal right there. Although I don't know. Pretty darn close to the biggest move after a king, is it? What about this one? Well, when you see a play like this, that's really going to be the beginning. I bet you right here, if we turn on the crosses, what do you think we would have right there? Probably have a double cross, double move right here coming on the king timing. Are we going to play that up? You bet your butt. Let's keep going. Do you see the point? Okay, now crossovers. Let's look at the crossovers. The ones where you have multi-level confluence crossing over times. Are those important? Yes. But let's say, real quick, let's go over here and I'm going to go into my drawing tools. And I'm going to hit up a time extension here. This is the tool that I'm actually using internally. Okay, and I'm going to its properties. And we're going to adjust a few things so that it's only... let's change all the levels. So we got 4 price levels right now. Let's change it and let's remove 2 of these. And let's save that template. Let's see. Pretty sure it's the timings. And then press refresh. Oops, must be the light. Sorry folks, one moment. Pause the video.
Delta by building.
Is it letting me pause? No, it's not letting me pause. Oh, it is. Okay, sorry. I'm playing with the pause button. Hold on, folks. Hold up. Pause. Alrighty then, we're back. So I've got a little bug in that. Yeah, I thought I could override the template, but right now I cannot override the template because I don't think I have the template file on this machine. So I apologize. What I wanted to show you guys was you can, if you have your computer set up, where you can have it where you're only showing large and king. So you can cut out the others if you like. But again, our system is all about the multi-level confluence. I just want to point out here tonight, keeping it short, keeping it simple. Hopefully you guys understand that if you were to run this back and just look at how many times you get a key pivot, like look at the pink lines. I was hoping I could just filter this for just pink lines and see how many times you get perfect timings off of these pink lines. And then you won't see another one till all the way over here. So you can hold this. If you're holding king to king, right? Which is what oftentimes we do. If I'm entering in on a position right here, remember I tell you guys I'll hold it out until I get that king timing. I'm like, okay, hold it. Okay, we're on king timing. I'll exit on that. We can use these for entries. We can use them for targets if we are looking for a big play. So did this king timing, that's a LK right there. That's a large and king timing right there. Boom, that's the start of the biggest move of this whole move. You guys notice that? Now, is every single one of them? No. When you're getting in a chop scenario like this, obviously not. But let's see if we can find another one. Where does it turn? Do we turn on the king? Here's one where it didn't. Okay, so here's where I'd be like, okay, so again, is the system absolutely perfect? You're always going to get a perfect pivot point turn right there? No. But if you look right there, do you think, again, if I turned on crosses, do you think that I would have a double cross, double move right there? And would I play that? You bet your butt, right? I want to play it right there, or look at this, there's double large right there. So if I am getting my timing right into the section, because that is an A, what is that? Accumulation? Accumulation. Distribution come, bam. Yes, we do. So hopefully that is helpful. Hopefully that is helpful to some of you guys to understand. Again, a lot of people like to know, like, how does the sausage made? Okay, how does it work? How are these SMLK lines so powerful? Why do we have them there? Now, I've got a bunch turned on right now because I've got all of them on, but we want to have them on our normal 5 setting, and you will find great setups like this one when you combine it with a big delta move. Look at this, ends up pushing the other way. So what are we looking for? We're looking for the equivalent of that on the other side. It will oftentimes land on another king timing. Do you think that that's coincidence? That big move comes off of that king line right there? I don't think so. Now, again, we're not using this by themselves, so I hope anybody who's watched this video in the future, don't just be like, oh, look at that, yeah, it's great, but it's, you're only showing those, but we are trying to combine them, right? That's how we want to use it with our system. I'm just showing one component of our system, and if you guys have questions, pop them down there in the chat box. Thanks for hanging out here tonight. That was a quick one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch you guys on the flip side. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and the rest of the gang. Let's send out that big H down. See you.